Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Soulstar, and I hope you're all doing great and having fun. Before we proceed, I'd like to say that if you haven't checked out the previous episode, please do so first, or you won't understand anything here. But if you have, let's start today's video without any delay. So homies, as we saw in the last episode, after Luo Feng upgraded his detector, he decided that it was probably time for him to return to the main battlefield. We then see them set off, and upon reaching the mainland, Luo Feng gets that strange feeling again. He orders Babata to adjust their coordinates. Babata finds the location, but then says that she has found 3 individuals from alien races who are harassing a person from the human race. Meanwhile, the aliens also detect them and take a defensive position. They also try to scare Luo Feng by mentioning the name of their king-level ally. But Luo Feng orders Arena, and as soon as she gets the order, Arena releases her entire insect army onto the battlefield, causing havoc. After this, Luo Feng finally transforms into his Silver Wing King form, which leaves everyone stunned. And now, for what happens next. The episode starts with the Silver Wing King standing before those aliens. We see Luo Feng say that since they are killing people for no reason, they will now be punished. The person standing in front of him says that he shouldn't interfere in others' matters, but we see that Luo Feng doesn't listen to him and moves forward to attack. Seeing this, the aliens start to flee. However, Luo Feng pursues them relentlessly, destroying everything in his path. One of them throws a chain at Luo Feng, but he breaks it with his teeth. He also tries to crush one of them with his teeth, but they are too agile and easily dodge it. Then Luo Feng tries to hit them with his wing, and these 3 fools think that by combining their powers, they can stop the Silver Wing King's attack. But Luo Feng smashes them to the ground like flies. Meanwhile, Luo Feng prepares to launch another attack with his swing. We see him spinning his wings like blades. But then, Luo Feng's attack starts to slow down, and this is happening only because of that one alien race member who is controlling the time speed. He says that they have a technique that can never be matched. Even if we are smaller in size, our techniques are unassailable. With that, he takes out a time cube and throws it into the air, creating a giant vortex. He then launches a powerful slash attack toward him. On the other side, his other teammate also attacks Luo Feng with a very powerful energy. And now, these 2 attacks were heading straight for the Silver Wing King, but we see that Luo Feng dodges them at the right time, and their attack hits them instead. However, they manage to survive, and they start chasing the Silver Wing King. Their leader attacks with the same chain, creating a cosmic net. On the other side, his other teammate launches the same energy attack toward the Silver Wing King again, but he easily dodges it, and then Luo Feng immediately teleports in front of one of them and kills him, which infuriates the rest of his companions. The leader says, "Silver Wing King, I won't spare you." While Luo Feng goes to attack the second one of them uses a time cube and completely tries to lock Luo Feng in space from all sides. In a dynamic way, we see that the Silver Wing King is completely trapped. Luo Feng is also surprised, and taking advantage of this opportunity, they teleport far away to escape. On the other side, we see Luo Feng, who says that he isn't too familiar with the time law, but he knows that he has to break out of this forcefully. With that, we see that Luo Feng uses his force and completely destroys that trap, after which he is freed. He roars at them, "Try as you might, you won't be able to escape from here without my permission." And Luo Feng starts to move toward them. But then he says, "I can tell the exact location of that treasure right now. I can also detect the locations of those people, but killing this person isn't going to be easy for me, because he can stop time. But don't worry, I also have no shortage of tricks." Meanwhile, we see that 9 days have passed, and that alien person says that he has been flying for 9 days and changed his location multiple times. Because of this, he hasn't seen the Silver Wing King anywhere near him. After this, he takes out a hidden spacecraft and says, "Thank God I have this, because I will be completely safe inside its G-Force cabin. Even a king-level person's attack can be easily handled by it. So, even if he finds me, I know he won't be able to do much harm to me." Meanwhile, we see Luo Feng, who was easily able to detect his location, and he says that no matter how deep he hides, I can still find him very easily. After this, he orders Arena to attack the exact point in that lake with millions of insects. We see that as soon as Arena gets his order, she immediately releases all of her insects. After this, everyone combines their attacks and attacks that same lake where the alien spacecraft was present. We see that as soon as that powerful energy goes inside the lake, it tears through everything in its path. It even cracks space and reaches the spaceship directly. We see that after destroying the entire spaceship, that energy also hits the G-Force cabin. After this, space starts to crack and that cabin starts to travel very far through that space tunnel. We see that such a powerful force started to fall on all of them that the cabin starts to crack completely. At the same time, that force was now falling inside, which due to their other two teammates' bodies are destroyed on the spot. But their leader was still fighting against this force.
But we see that he somehow survives, and only 3% of his immortal body is damaged. He gets very angry and says that his immortal body had to be damaged by 3%. We see that this person explains that if he didn't have this G-level cabin, then the 90% force that this cabin was saving his body from would have destroyed his entire body. But then he sees a sight that leaves him completely stunned, and he says that this space fragment is indeed very scary. But then we see that the Silver Wing King arrives again by opening his mouth, which leaves him surprised, and he says, "How can he follow me all the way here?" The game of catch and catch begins between them. They enter one space crack and exit another, and that person is stunned to see that the Silver Wing King is moving very easily here. After this, he tries to slow down his speed by attacking him little by little, but he dodges his every move and tries to catch that person. But then Luo Feng says, "What do you think? If you can stop time, do you think I'm so stupid that I'll give you this chance again and you'll pause time and escape from here? Kid, I'm not going to make that mistake again." We see that Luo Feng hits him with a swing, due to which he breaks space and reaches a very different type of dimension, where he sees his multiple clones doing the same type of movements. Seeing this, that person tries to use his technique, and he thinks that the Silver Wing King must have been left behind. But then Luo Feng arrives again, and this time he completely crushes him with his mouth. Here, that person also creates a barrier, but the Silver Wing King completely traps him in his jaw. But in the very next moment, he hits him with his tail, due to which he tears through space and reaches another dimension. But here, this person again uses his time-freezing technique to trap Luo Feng in his trap. Seeing this, Luo Feng says, "How did I fall into his trap again?" And then that person again takes out his same chains and grabs one of Luo Feng's rings and makes him a spinning top and is about to throw him very far away that Luo Feng starts flying in the opposite direction, due to which Luo Feng starts controlling that person and his own trick backfires. After this, he repeatedly hits that person in space. After this push and pull continues between them, and they start going to different spaces by continuously cracking one space after another. And this person gets so frustrated that he continuously attacks Luo Feng using his freeze technique. But Luo Feng irritates him even more by attacking him from every direction. After this, Luo Feng says, "What happened? Your technique isn't working? Oh, how bad. So, what do you think about this?" After this, we see that the Fire God Source Crystal comes out in front of this person. Seeing this, he is completely stunned, and here that Fire God Source Crystal starts to activate. But then that person also starts to activate his domain, because he knows that anything can happen here at any time. His face turns pale when he sees this crystal, and then he immediately traps himself inside his same flower domain, and says that its power is equal to the self-destruction of an immortal king. Saying this, he immediately traps himself inside his same flower domain and wraps it around himself as if it were a very powerful barrier. We see that the crystal explodes, and the explosion that happens here is so terrifying that the universe they were fighting in is completely destroyed. Everything turns to dust in seconds, and everything that comes in the grip of this energy is converted into dust right there. We see that that person's shield also immediately starts to crack and is completely destroyed. At the same time, that energy is now falling on his body, and he grits his teeth and says, "Silver Wing King, if I die here today, I will take you with me." After this, we see that another explosion happens, and we are shown the scene of the mainland, where cracks also start to appear in the space there, along with a very big explosion, due to which all the places around the mainland are also completely destroyed. But then we see the Silver Wing King, who saves himself very well from this explosion, and then spreads his wings and roars loudly, and after which Luo Feng starts scanning everything, even that spacecraft. At the same time, he gets that same summoning sensation. Seeing this, Luo Feng says that this summoning sensation is 1,000,000 times stronger than a battle armor. But what exactly is this thing? Here, Luo Feng is very surprised to see this when he feels someone coming behind him, and he looks very curiously, where we see a person who had been attracted by this big energy explosion, and he says it looks like a very big war must have been fought here, and two very powerful people must have clashed. Here we see the Purple Wing King, who is also known as Seal King Luo Feng, who was surprised and said, "What exactly must have happened here? Because it hasn't even been 30 seconds, and look at the condition of this place. I know that the Silver Wing King is powerful, but if he has gone to this extent, then it is difficult to guess his strength." After this, he says that he has to activate the Sixth Realm Prison as soon as possible. We see that this is the same person who was after Luo Feng, because of the people of the mechanical race, that is Zuika, had placed such a huge boundary on the Silver Wing King. Because of this, Luo Feng immediately starts to escape from here. After this, Luo Feng says in his mind, "I have also kept my speed slow. At the same time, I have also closed the detection signals so that no one can detect my exact location. And until I create space fluctuations by flying at high speed, I am sure that they won't be able to catch me even if they want to. But I should thank that person because of whom I got so many resources. Because without the help of those resources, my blooming stargrass would never have been able to break through to the immortal level in such a short time. And I don't know how much hard work I would have had to do for so many resources."
Luo Feng was happy in his mind when he saw some movement in the clouds and he saw purple light. Then we see that one after another, big spaceships come out of the spatial cracks. They start activating the Sixth Realm Prison. But then Luo Feng comes in the grip of one of them. And as soon as they release the energy, Luo Feng completely activates the signal due to being in the grip of those lights, due to which explosions start happening all around. And everyone understands that the Silver Wing King is present here. After this, we see that Luo Feng starts to escape from here. But one after another, continuous explosions start happening around him. And then we see that the Sixth Realm Prison is completely activated. After this, we see that same person who explains how many kilometers of area the Sixth Realm Prison can cover. Here he says that it can easily cover a range of hundreds of millions of kilometers, and every place that comes inside it is completely isolated from the outside world. Not even a fly can escape from here. Meanwhile, we see the Purple Bell King here, who comes and says to this master of the mechanical race, "It's really amazing, isn't it?" But then we see that the Sixth Realm Prison tells about the location of all the people it detects here and says that they have detected a total of 82 people. After this, he says to the Purple Bell King, "Now help me with my work." To which he says, "Yes, why not? I have received such a huge reward, I am ready to do anything." Here we see that Zuika and this person both teleport to another place, where as soon as they arrive, Zuika starts to detect the place where he felt the most chances that he would find the Silver Wing King there, but then he also finds that ring, which he pulls towards him with the help of suction force and starts to scan it. After this, he gets even angrier and starts to crush that ring. On the other side, we see the Purple Bell King, who destroys everything in his path and keeps going, and here they are destroying every small and big base camp, rock or any small thing. Zuika also gets after the Silver Wing King by destroying every place. With this, we see that as they move forward, whatever comes in their way and in their sight, they both destroy it and turn it into dust. But they still can't find Luo Feng anywhere. They search every one of those 82 suspicious locations, but even after searching more than half, they couldn't find Luo Feng anywhere. Seeing this, Zuika's mind gets even messed up. He says, "Where have you gone and hidden in some burrow?" After this, in frustration, he directly orders his system and says, "Destroy everything that comes inside this Sixth Realm Prison." Saying this, he sets his system to maximum energy output and then says, "Silver Wing King, now let's see where you hide and for how long you hide." With this, we see that the maximum energy output reaches its maximum level, due to which everything around it starts to be completely destroyed one by one. Here we see that very big explosions start happening inside the Sixth Realm Prison, and they are very intense. Seeing this side, the Purple Bell King says, "I can bet that he has a very big connection with the Silver Wing King, because he would never have done the self-destruction of an immortal king level prize, because its cost is in the millions of origin units." Meanwhile, we see Luo Feng here, who was sitting very deep inside a rock, and not finding Luo Feng in front of him. Zuika says, "Why hasn't he come out in front of me yet?" While he knows very well that this whole place is going to be destroyed. Here we see that Zuika still doesn't hold himself back and says, "Okay, then if you want to die with this whole place, then die." Here we see Luo Feng, who gets a little confused seeing this as to what he should do next, because this system has been completely activated and now the remaining place will also explode in a moment. Meanwhile, we are shown the scene inside the Hangmeng Alliance, where one by one all the members start to arrive, but then the Elder also arrives among them, and through his voice he says that according to the battlefield information of this main battlefield system, a human world master has successfully killed an immortal spirit of the Immortal King initial level. And by doing so, he has fulfilled all the conditions through which he can become a part of the Hangmeng alliance. And I also think that we probably don't need to pay attention to anything else to include him in the Hangmeng alliance. Hearing this, the member sitting in front says, "What? A world master, and that too so strong? How can this be? Is it possible that his servant or some plant life is helping him? Otherwise, it can't be so easy for a world master level person to do this. And we will get proof of this in his military merits record." To which the person in front says, "Yes, you are probably right, so let's watch the video of his battlefield." Meanwhile, the scene shifts and we see Luo Feng, who understands that hiding will not work now. Because of this, he comes out, and as soon as he sees him, Zuika gets happy and says, "Okay, at last you showed your face, but your speed is not so great that you can break this prison and go outside." At the same time, he also starts chasing him. On the other side, we see Luo Feng, who tries to fly at high speed, but then Zuika was also no less, and he attacks Luo Feng from behind. Seeing this, Luo Feng accelerates his speed even more and starts to escape from here. But here Luo Feng gets badly trapped in Zuika's 6-realm prison at the end. Those lights completely stop him from all sides. And here Zuika laughs and says, "Silver Wing King, you can never escape from here. Look around you, this is no joke. You did not do well by messing with me. It would have been better for you to have surrendered quietly in front of me at that time, but you tried to mess with me, stole my resources, and today you will have to face the consequences." Saying this, Zuika starts to extend his hands forward. On the other side, we see Luo Feng, who spreads his hands and says that this white light is equal to the 10,000th part of the original purple light, which is not enough to stop me. After this, Luo Feng uses his technique named 3 strikes traveling the universe and starts to escape from here from different directions. Seeing this, Zuika is also shocked that how can this be? How is even the 6-realm prison not able to stop him? Here we see that by opening one continuous crack after another in space, he uses King 1000 illusion with his full forces, and here we see that he breaks those lightning barriers one by one by spinning like a spinner. After this, Luo Feng says with all his power, "King 1000 illusion, don't disappoint me." Here we see that a very big crack opens in space, and here we see that Luo Feng had badly broken the surrounding barrier. After this, we see that the Star Fantasy King comes out and teleports Luo Feng from here. Seeing this, Zuika is infuriated and he starts to shout in anger. On the other side, we see the Purple Bell King here, who says, "What? This was very impressive." And hearing this, Zuika gets even more angry. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you all liked today's video a lot. If yes, then like the video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe. So we will meet in the next video.